In the depths of night, when silence reigns and shadows whisper secrets, I awoke to an inexplicable presence in my bed, an intrusion that turned our Valentine's escape into a labyrinth of nightmares and unanswered questions. Valentine's Day had always been special for my wife, Emily, and me. We had been married for 2 years, and every year, I tried to do something memorable for her. Emily loved scenic places, always drawn to nature's beauty, so this year, I decided to surprise her with a romantic getaway. I booked a night's stay at a beautiful hotel on the hills just outside our town. She was thrilled. The idea of being surrounded by towering trees, fresh mountain air, and the serenity of the hills felt like a dream. But that dream soon turned into a nightmare. The drive to the hotel was peaceful. Emily gazed out the window, taking in the winding roads and the endless greenery. When we arrived, she gasped. The hotel stood like a forgotten relic of the past, its stone walls covered in ivy, its grand entrance exuding an eerie charm. It was beautiful. Yet something about it sent a shiver down my spine. Our room was just as enchanting, with a cozy lounging area and a dimly lit bedroom that radiated romance. Candles flickered on the nightstand, their soft glow casting shadows on the walls. Emily smiled at me, her eyes full of love. "This is perfect, James," she whispered, pulling me into her arms. "Happy Valentines." Dinner was magical. We dined by candlelight, our hands intertwined, our laughter echoing through the restaurant. Everything felt surreal, like we had stepped into a world where only love existed. After dinner, we took a slow walk outside. The night was crisp, the stars brilliant against the inky sky. The silence was comforting. There was something unsettling about it, too. The trees loomed like silent watchers, the air thick with an inexplicable heaviness. I shook off the feeling. By the time we returned to our room, it was close to midnight. I felt exhaustion creeping in, but Emily, ever the night owl, wanted to watch a movie. "You go ahead and sleep," she said, sinking into the couch. "I'll join you soon." I kissed her and climbed into bed, pulling the warm blankets around me. The moment my head hit the pillow, I drifted into sleep. At some point in the night, I felt warmth beside me. A comforting, familiar presence. Emily had finally come to bed. I smiled as I felt her arm wrap around me, her body pressing gently against mine. Her touch was unusually warm, almost feverish. "You're so warm," I murmured, still half asleep. She didn't respond. Instead, her grip tightened slightly. A strange unease curled in my chest. Her breathing, it sounded off, shaky, uneven. "I'm just going to grab a glass of water," I whispered, slowly peeling her arm off me. I turned toward the couch, and my heart stopped. Emily was there, fast asleep, her chest rising and falling in steady rhythm. My body went rigid, my blood turning to ice. If she was there, then who was in bed with me? A cold wave of fear crashed over me as I turned back toward the bed, my heart hammering so loudly I could hear it in my ears. The sheets beside me were still crumpled, the warmth lingering where something had been lying. My breath hitched as I fumbled for the bedside lamp, my fingers trembling as I flipped the switch. Nothing. The bed was empty. The air in the room felt different, thicker, charged with something unseen. My skin prickled with the sensation of being watched. I swallowed hard, my throat dry as sandpaper. I wanted to wake Emily, to tell her what had just happened, but my voice refused to come out. A weight pressed against my chest, suffocating me with terror. I sat frozen for the rest of the night, my ears straining for the slightest sound. The darkness seemed alive, shifting, whispering. When the first rays of morning sunlight seeped through the curtains, I let out a breath I hadn't realized I was holding. Emily stirred, stretching lazily before flashing me her usual sleepy smile. "Morning, love. Sleep well?" I hesitated, my pulse still unsteady. "Emily, did you come to bed at any point last night?" She frowned. "No, I must have fallen asleep on the couch. I don't even remember dozing off." The room felt suddenly colder. I forced a smile, though my insides were trembling. I must have imagined it, but I knew I hadn't. As we packed up and checked out, I couldn't shake the feeling that something had been in that bed with me. Something unseen. Something that had wrapped its arms around me in the dark. Emily and I would go on to have many more Valentine's days together. But this one, the one at the mysterious Hilltop Hotel, would remain burned into my memory forever. A night of love turned into a night of terror. A Valentine's night I would never forget.